While the smell of pine might be nice during the holiday season, there are some things some living things that you could be living in your Christmas tree that are causing some more harm than good if you're going to be breathing those things in. Now, this is a problem not only for real trees, but artificial trees as well. Not a problem, though. We have a doctor with us to kind of help us clear up all these problems so that you don't have any issues with what's called Christmas tree syndrome. This morning, joining us, Dr. Reena Mehta from Uptown Allergy and Asthma. Dr. Mehta, we appreciate you being with us today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So I just mentioned in that introduction there, real trees and fake trees can cause problems as far as living on them, and being an issue if you breathe them in. So let's kind of hit each tree separately. If we're talking about live trees, what issues can we have with those?
Okay, so when you're talking about live trees, during this time of year when we have damp climate and the weather is changing, pine trees mold can actually grow on them. And so if you're thinking about mold, then you cut down the tree and you bring it into your home. And there's been studies that have showed that the longer a Christmas tree, a live tree, stays in your home, the amount of mold can double exponentially. And there's even been a study in the Annals of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology that has showed that there's over 50 different types of mold that can grow on a Christmas tree that can actually cause allergy symptoms.
And of course you hate to hear that because everyone loves to have those live trees in their house. So what do you recommend to avoid that?
Okay, so if you're an allergy and asthma sufferer, you may think about doing a few things before you bring your live tree into a home. Number one, the first thing that you can do is actually hose it off or wash it down and let it dry completely before bringing it into your home. When you're bringing it into your home, you may think about wearing gloves because if you touch the sap, then you can actually get a rash on your hands. And then the other thing you can do is actually wash the trunk of it with warm water and bleach because that may actually kill off some of the mold.
Oh, that's a good tip. And of course, with fake trees, you have the issue because of how you store them in the off season.
Exactly. So if they're in a garage or an attic, that's a big area where mold and dust can grow. And so if you've got a fake tree, after you unwrap it, you want to wipe it down, and you want to wipe down all of the decorations as well so that you can remove any dust or mold that's grown on it.
So that's the tree. That's how we avoid Christmas tree syndrome. But then we also like the smell goods. We like the candles and the plug-ins and all that stuff because we want to smell the holidays constantly. But those things can cause issues too. But you have some good recommendations.
Yeah, so anytime you have something scented, such as a candle or some of those sprays, that can be a big trigger for people who have asthma and allergy symptoms as well. And so think about going more natural. So you can even make a really nice natural potpourri where on the stove you can put water, cinnamon, cloves, and orange, and that actually orange peels, and that gives a beautiful, nice scent that's more natural. You might also think about putting an air purifier in the area where you're having a lot of your Christmas decorations or your Christmas tree, because that can help circulate the air a little bit better so that you're not suffering as much. And like I mentioned, mold on Christmas trees is a big deal, and the longer the tree stays in your home, the more of a problem it can be. So if you are really sensitive to mold, you may think about only having your tree in your home maybe for like a week or so, as opposed to the whole month.
So that Mardi Gras tree may not be an option for you if you suffer from major allergies. And just really quickly before we wrap up here, with that on the stove potpourri, you said water, cinnamon cloves, which you can buy anywhere right now, right?
Yeah. Orange peels, exactly.
And then just boil them, and that smell will permeate the house.
It gives a beautiful scent. And the other thing I just really quickly wanted to mention is how you store your decorations and your artificial tree. So when you're thinking about removing it, and unfortunately Christmas has ended, then think about putting it in a plastic bin or plastic bags as opposed to cardboard, because cardboard boxes actually increase the rate which with dust and mold can grow.
Really, really good tips for us this morning, Dr. Mehta, for people who've not decorated for Christmas or maybe have already, and just some things to think about to keep those allergy and asthma issues at a minimum during the holidays. We appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful week.